Hey girl, hey, it's your girl from around the way, coming to you with this bomb throwback look with a twist. This is going to be a tutorial on my jumbo goddess box braids. Let's get into it. Okay, so first we're going to start off with just wanting to blow dry the hair out. As you can see, she has natural curls. So we're going to blow dry it out, and yeah, it took 100 hours. Felt like forever. But yeah, so, you know, ta-da! And she's back just like that. Your girl's blew out, looking cute or whatever. So as you can see, I used the 3-pack, the easy braid. I actually used 4 packs of those. It's a 3-in-1. You can find this at your local store. I also use 1 pack of curly hair, and that just depends on whatever curly hair you like as your preference. And we can't forget the jam. Oh yeah. So I started off parting the back in sections. I did do them in square sections, square parting, combed it out really well. I also applied the jam, and that's just to make sure for a clear and precise look. I love for my parting to be straight, as you can see. Yes. So I applied to her edges. And for this look, I also used rubber bands. And the reason why I use rubber bands is because it helps the hair to gather more nicely and precisely. So I comb the hair together, and then I just secure that box with a rubber band, as you can see right there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to finish off the rest of this roll. And then at the bottom, I do about 3 boxes. Doesn't have to be 4 because you want them to be a good enough size. Because after this, we're going to go ahead and do the window party. So, yeah. So as you can see, this is the part where I mean by mirroring the next box. You want to make sure that it's not parted directly, like the lines are meeting directly, but it's kind of over the other line, just so that when the braid falls, that it falls in between each braid. As you can see there, that braid in that box will fall in between the 2 underneath it. So we want to make sure that it mirrors each box, and that gives for a more flatter look, as well as a more flatter feel to the box braid, so it doesn't feel like it's all like stacked on top of one another. So yeah, you just continue to do that throughout the entire head until you are done. So once the hair is sectioned off, what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a nice size piece of the hair. I'll flap it over the other one, and this is just for the braiding purposes. That's what I like to do. Also for the piece, I like to piece it in 2. What I mean by that, I'll take 2 pieces, and then I'll do the braid, intertwine the braid into each piece so that I can have a flat braid once I am done. And let me tuck this piece behind it. It's so annoying. It's tucking, so you just tuck that under the other braid, and then you just continue braiding all the way down until you are done. All right, on to the fun part. So now we're going to go ahead and add in that curly hair, that 1 pack of curly hair that we had. Now this hair is actually pre-looped, so I usually just take 1 pre-loop piece, and then I will just divide that into 2 parts. So I will take that part, a piece, and I'll just divide it into 2. Okay, and she's having a little bit too much fun. What I'll do then is at the end, towards the end, you should judge it by how you want to judge it. I'll add on the curly piece to the end, just like so. Braid it in like you're doing a regular braid, or basically feed it in. And then I'll go down so far, and once I go down and braid it, I'll just tie a knot at the end to seal it. But I also have another way of sealing it, and I will show you guys toward the end. So what I'm doing here is just asking the client to hold the braid so that it'll be more sturdy for me to actually pull the braid down, finish braiding down until I'm actually ready to tie the knot. So here I am tying that knot, and you just take a little thin piece of hair and just tie it. And I usually tie it about 2 to 3 times just to secure it. And I may not show it here, but later on I'll go back, and that piece that I've actually straightened by pulling it, I'll cut it out later. And so there you go. And again, you'll just continue doing that throughout the entire head until you are done. Bing. Now, as you can see here, they are perfectly windowed and lined up in between one another and laying flat, just how we want them. All right, so here's the most important part. We gotta make these babies look nice and neat. So we wanna go ahead and cut away the excess hair, and you wanna make sure, I always use like those kitty scissors, because if you use anything much sharper, you'll actually cut into the hair. So you just kinda wanna graze against the outside of it and just cut it neatly and slightly against the edges, and that'll get rid of all of your excess hair. Okay, and so here's the part I was talking about by sealing the ends. So I'm basically just kind of taking it along the sides of the braid. I'm not really burning the braid, just the hair, that's the excess hair that I didn't get rid of with the scissors. And then I also burned just the knot a little bit, not to burn the hair off, but just to kind of seal it a little bit more. So, yeah. And as you can see, honey, she is loving this hair. She is feeling this braids, and it is beautiful. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually give her some baby hairs. Now listen, you can't have these braids without the baby hairs. In 2019, baby hairs are making their debut, okay? And so we're going to hook her up and give her some nice swirls and curls and make her look all beautiful. A little swirl here and a little swirl there, and yeah, we're just about done. Baby hair is popping, okay? Don't play with her. Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and add some mousse, and this is also to give it a very polished and finished look. You add mousse to all of your braids. That helps those flyaways go away and just makes it for like a more smoother look. And then once I'm done applying that, I'll go ahead and blow dry it. That's just to seal it in to the braid so it won't be so wet. And yeah, get your girl on and popping. And this is the finished look. Yes, honey, she is feeling herself. This is my Jumbo Goddess box braids, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and do not forget to touch that subscribe button. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much. Bye.